Welcome back to the channel. In my last video about being part of the Vine, a viewer challenged my faith, and that led to a really interesting online debate. I wanted to share it with you today, not to convert anyone, but to explore the nature of belief and evidence. It started with a simple question: prove God exists. My response was that demanding proof assumes your perspective is the only valid one. Think of it this way: a fish living its whole life underwater might deny the existence of air. It's not about fitting God into our preconceived notions, but about being open to something beyond our current understanding. The discussion moved to evidence. I brought up archaeological finds, like the Tel Dan stele, which corroborates the existence of King David. I talked about the fine-tuning of the universe, the incredibly precise balance of physical laws that make life possible. Even some atheistic physicists acknowledge this points towards design. And I shared stories of lives transformed by faith, addictions broken, hope restored. Some dismissed all of this, claiming I was just using fallacies, or that I'd simply copied and pasted arguments. But labeling something a fallacy isn't an argument in itself. You have to explain why it's a fallacy. And too often, instead of engaging with the evidence, the conversation turned to insults and personal attacks. One person even shared a screenshot claiming that science disproves God. But that misunderstands the nature of both science and faith. Science explores the natural world, God is understood as supernatural. They're not competing explanations. Science asks how, faith often explores why. Then, someone shared a deeply personal struggle, feeling rejected by God because of financial difficulties. I tried to offer some comfort, reminding them that our worth isn't tied to material wealth. Faith isn't about worldly success, it's about something much more profound. This whole exchange really brought home the difficulty of discussing faith in our world today. We often demand concrete proof, but faith isn't always about that. It's about being open to the possibility of something beyond what we can see and touch. It's about asking questions, exploring different perspectives, and being willing to consider the evidence, wherever it might lead.